Okay, welcome to a bonus episode of The Messenger. We're here at the top of Glacial Peak. So if we go inside this shop right here, the shopkeeper isn't here, and the music isn't playing. So that's kind of odd, right? You really thought it would be that easy? I told you already, the cabinet is off limits. Please stop. We're not doing a special edition of the cabinet rant. I mean it. Don't be that guy. You're being that guy. Fine, be that guy. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crazy how countdowns give the feeling something is about to happen, huh? But yeah, I got nothing. If you're hoping for something special, just give up the cabinet thing already. The cool stuff is up ahead. Did I ever tell you about the guy who stayed late on a Friday night and started writing optional dialogue to add comedic value for those who will bother looking? Imagine reading his ramblings. By the way, if you feel like the cabinet thing is overdone at this point, I agree, but it's totally on you for keeping on trying to open it. Seriously, you can stop this right now. I mean it, you have the power. Only you can put an end to this optional bit. Which is good because I got things to do. If I repeat the same thing 3 times, will you think I'm out of flavor text? We're done here. We're done here. We're done here. I can't believe you. Why won't you move on to something productive? Like maybe advancing the quest you're supposed to care about? I'm not gonna lie though, when the time comes, opening the cabinet will blow your mind. And I'm confident in saying this, even though I know you'll be expecting a surprise. So how do you surprise someone who is expecting a surprise? With a meta plot twist, that's how. Now if you want to know what it is, move on already, I promise it's the fastest way. You're not opening that until the script says you get to, anyway. Okay, I'll start looping back to the beginning now. You really thought it would be that easy? I told you already, the cabinet is off limits. Please stop. Are we looping now? Come on, that was a good trick. How are you still trying to open this? I thought you would give up when it looked like I was looping. If you keep doing that, you will have to sit through a boring tirade. I want the boring tirade. Give it to me. It will be boring and philosophical, and I'll even remove your ability to skip what I'm saying. Fine, here's some insights from Jordan the Wise for you. Life is going to come at you hard, so there are a few things you should know. Most important of all is realizing that you have something to offer the world. But in order to do that, you first need to sort yourself out. Lending your ear to the lessons contained in stories of old is not a bad place to start. You see, as human conscience grew in knowledge, it equally grew in arrogance. We seem to be at this point where the value of stories is lost on us all. Not really caring about morals anymore, we are simply looking to be entertained. But their power on our subconscious is by no means hindered by our intellectual pride. Stories send a clear message to our being, and when told properly can offer guidance in how to live our lives, impacting us in ways we sometimes don't even notice. In fact, recurring themes more often than not represent archetypes and contain, or archetypes, however you pronounce that word, I've heard both, and contain lessons on how to or not to behave. Sorry, that part of the screen is blocked for me by my little recording bar. Consider dragons for a moment. Fantasy stories always seem to have them hoarding treasure. Not coincidentally at all, 2 of the biggest innate fears in mammals are fire and reptiles. So dragons are really a metaphor representing that which you fear the most. Now, why would an immortal fire-breathing reptile care to sleep on a pile of gold? The answer can be read between the lines. The treasure you seek is guarded by your greatest fear. Don't get me wrong, the pile of gold is as much a metaphor here as the mighty beast that doesn't even exist. Find your dragon and slay it, then your treasure will be revealed. This is the wisdom storytellers of old were trying to convey, only they didn't have the scientific method, a framework by which to structure arguments, or even a high-Q audience. Huh? Oh. There's 3 different things. The lesson isn't any oh my gosh, why can't I speak? The lesson isn't any less important or relevant today, however. That which you most need to discover within yourself is hidden where you least want to look. Now ask yourself, why were you so curious about my cabinet? Are you a very conscientious person, adamant on leaving no stones unturned? Or have you not mastered your insecurities, and the fear of missing out is what's really driving you at this moment? Maybe you're simply hoping to get a laugh out of some unexpected one-liner. Because I'll admit, we both know I could kill the mood right now and tell you about how a depressed clown once attempted to lift his mood by eating bowls of confetti. Ugh. What I'm getting at is, regardless of your motive here, you have clearly demonstrated curiosity and faith that the world holds surprises for those who take an honest look. While that can certainly be said about the world, it's even more true about your inner self. Now, whether that is scary, insightful, or encouraging depends entirely on how far you made it on your personal growth journey. Life is made of many exams, most of which will present themselves to you more than once. Betrayal, joy, illness, adventure, treason, cooperation, purpose, loneliness, warmth, loyalty. Indeed, just like stories old and new, life has recurring themes when testing humans. The important part is not whether or not you pass each test, but that you show up, acknowledge your score, and ponder how it can inform who you should become. From there, everything is there inside of you to help you find your own way. Who knows, the underlying meaning of the messenger's story might even hit you eventually. But for now, let's get back to your adventure. And that's a Steam achievement. It's not showing the picture because I'm offline, probably, but there you go. So, one more of these. One more optional dialogue bit that you can see in the next video. I'm going to show it. That was a great sentence. And you can see that I'm on a new save file. It's called Fernando, and I've started playing this game from the beginning. So right now I'm going to play this game up until the part where we get the other optional bit of dialogue, and it will be great. So see you then.